Hey everyone, how's it going? It's I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve Omi update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that thanks button down below. So today was a relatively calm day for Omi, not too much, up about 0.1% over the last 24 hours, and that does come off the heels of us having slightly over $500,000 in volume. We're at about 536. We did outperform the markets today, every single one of them. The S&P 500 was down 0.74%. The Dow is up 0.01%, NASDAQ down 2%, and then we go into crypto. Ethereum up another 7% on the day. This is on the heels of yesterday it being up over 8%, and Bitcoin, which was up over 4% yesterday, is up 3.6% today. There are a couple of reasons for that. The biggest one I'm going to take a look at here is because we do have Mr. Rishi Sunak, who is the current Prime Minister of the UK, who is extraordinarily pro-crypto. I'm not sure if he's so much pro-crypto as much as his wife. I just realized I had peanut butter on my beard. Sorry about that. Wiping that off now. His wife has super rich, probably has a bunch of crypto holdings, and they did vote yesterday on a referendum that does recognize Bitcoin and crypto as regulated financial instruments. So hopefully as that happens, you have a lot more countries in Europe come on board. You know, when we talk about the rest of Europe and we do talk, okay, well, Ukraine, Eastern Europe, Russia as well, you're taking a look at, in the back of our minds, we do have that war and we do have that potential for World War kind of in the back of our minds. Again, is that really going to happen? We all hope not. We hope that does get resolved as soon as possible. The sooner that gets resolved, the sooner the markets kind of can go back up. We do also have a lot of the Fed prices of the hike rates kind of priced in right now. Have we seen the bottom? This is a sucker's rally. Again, a lot of the biggest rallies that you see are in bear markets, so it's very possible that this continues going up. I would like to get God's entry back on to see what he says about these most recent developments. But speaking of Rishi Sunak, which again, I apologize if I am misinterpreting or mispronouncing his name, but if you take a look at his skills and interests, well, his interests are Star Wars, it is sports, especially Southampton Football Club, and the history of Coca-Cola as well. So Star Wars and Coca-Cola, two things that we do have on the Veve app, not including most recently, I don't know if he's into horror at all, but we did just get announced Chucky today. I can't wait to have somebody on the podcast that just knows a whole bunch about it. And I've seen most, if not all those movies. There's going to be special dates like birthdays and whatever that you're going to try to get, whether it's Andy's birthday, whether it's the day that Chucky was around. There's a whole bunch of them, a bunch of special mints for this one. So that'll be really exciting. Speaking of other special mints and drops, there was a drop today that I missed. I'll probably get it. Retailed at $50, sold out instantly. I will probably get that at some point. And speaking of other drops, we did have David go in on a space today, and the space was not just with Veve, it was with Polka Starter, which has 600,000 followers, and then Real Fever, which has like 40-ish thousand followers. Just talking about the future of collectibles and the future of basically on-chain gaming. And we had a couple of things. Basically, we do have David going on and saying that he briefly spoke on the Veve logo, saying that he wants to show their licensors what they can do with their own IP and that things are being done behind the scenes. So if I had an extra money, I'd probably get Omi, but also I'd probably get a fifth logo. And then not only that, but David had also mentioned, again, just a takeaway, that he is looking at the top 10 gaming companies. Like, they are evaluating for future collaboration. And David says, in 2 years, and obviously we all hope sooner, but gaming is huge. And could you imagine that gaming using Veve collectibles, unleashing in that aspect, be absolutely wild. Again, Immutable X is a gaming chain. They do want to focus specifically on gaming. It would make sense that Veve comes out with several games over the next couple of years. Super excited about that. In other bullish news that might pump us out of these kind of down markets, again, Google had gone and mentioned that YouTube, these guys we're watching on, came in with earnings that were less than last year. That kind of made Google dump like 6%. Tesla dumped a little bit. But we do have in the future, Elon Musk told bankers that he does plan to close the Twitter deal of $44 billion. That acquisition will be done on Friday, hopefully, and we could see Twitter go up. That could take a bunch of the tech stocks and really kind of make them pump out of this funk that they've been in. One of the other reasons for the funk was the consumer confidence that was released on Tuesday, where the previous was 107.8, the forecast was 106.5, but the actual was 102.5. We have a couple of other things, such as core durable good orders. The previous was 0.3%. The forecast was 0.2%. We don't know what that's going to be. That's going to be actualized tomorrow. along with the GDP for Q3, the initial jobless claims, and then on Friday we're going to get the numbers on the core price index and then the pending home sales as well. So all of those, the core price index is supposed to go down, and the pending home sales are actually supposed to go up, or I'm sorry, go down from negative 0.2% to negative 5%. So there is a lot to kind of say, hey, these markets are probably not going to, this thing with Bitcoin and Ethereum might be a fluke, and markets are in general, people are really preparing for more of this recession, but who knows? Hopefully we get some surprises. I'll keep y'all posted. In other news, we did have David go and tweet Marvel Entertainment said Phoenix versus Magic, and this is known as the Peach Momoko Demon Wars Down Flames, and David did retweet that. Now, Marvel obviously has it in their contracts where they have to retweet some of what we do, but I don't think anywhere in their contracts does it say that David has to retweet any of theirs. I think he is just a fan of Peach Momoko. And does this mean that we might get some Demon Wars on here? Does it mean we get more anime? I don't know. We shall see. Moving on. About a day or two ago, Dan Crothers had said, Veve fam, what are you most excited to see / have in the Veveverse? And Veve Viral had gone on and retweeted that saying, I remember in a 2021 interview, Dan Crothers said he's most excited about the Veveverse. So it must be a hella awesome feeling to know that after years of hard work, in just a few weeks, they get to show the world the very first sneak peek that will be at DesignerCon. Cannot wait for that. We don't know what day yet. Friday's the VIP day. I don't think they'll show it that day unless they decide to show a sneak preview that day for the VIPs, and then they show the rest of it on Saturday, and then that's announced to the world. I don't see them trying to show this on Sunday because Sunday not as many people will be there, not as many vloggers will be there. Me, Taps, and a whole bunch of people are leaving on that Sunday, so we wouldn't be able to go and see it if it was. If they did go and tell us on Saturday, hey, we're going to show that video on Sunday, we might have to extend our reservations there, and this is going to cost us several $100s to go and broadcast it to you guys to get everyone's reactions. The biggest thing, I mean, it's going to be wild. I have, you know, my what was the dude's name from Panic at the Disco? Yeah, have high hopes for. I have very high hopes for it, but really, what I'm most excited for is people's reactions, the oohs and the ahs and the no freaking way. That's what I want to capture. I want to capture people's reactions before I see it myself. So I'm just kind of letting you know where my priorities lie. Speaking of retweets, we did have someone named the Armada Network saying we're excited to unveil the Armada Network, which is launching publicly today. ArmadaNetwork.com is the only fronted hosting solution that is fully decentralized, secure, and fast and easy to use. And normally I really wouldn't pay too much attention to it, but Reese had retweeted it, not from the Akomi account, from his personal account. Maybe he has friends there, maybe he's invested in it, I don't know, but I think that is worth noting that he did go and retweet that. Moving on. So more about that Chucky doll. Veve Digital Collectibles had posted, Chucky the notorious killer doll with a demonic smile comes to life as a digital collectible on Veve. 2 possessed rarities drop in blind box on the 28th. That will be 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then you actually take a look, and it's not death without the syringe. Like, it is straight up, there's blood on that knife. He's got a weapon, and it is bloody. Like, damn. And then you do have David saying, Heidi ho, ha 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 ha. David having a lot of fun with the retweets on that. David have a lot of fun with a lot of these. He had retweeted that again, saying something else. And then we do have when Supergirl.eth, that is Wendy Lopez, saying, at David Yu knows the right timeline for digital collectibles, plus the generation that will adopt easier. Millennials will become boomers if we don't understand this right. And David Yu retweeting saying, yep, basically he knows 100% what she's talking about. And I think that did come after the space today. So anyone that goes and interprets that space, especially when David says he cannot wait to show other licensors what the logo can do, what they can do with their own IP. And it's so strange once we hear that good news. So that should make it pop. A lot more people went to go and sell it. I feel like those people are really betting against David, which I would never do. But again, this is just my interpretation. This is not financial advice. In other news, more for the content creators, but more for people that are looking to sell their own IP. YouTuber Mr. Beast yesterday plans to raise $150 million at a $1.5 billion valuation, selling 10% of his IP. I wonder who else might be doing that in the future to maybe secure some more OMI. I don't know. I'll keep you all posted. Also, if you are a Bat Cowl holder, you are going and getting... You got a free airdrop today for a Harley Quinn comic. Bat Cowl holders continue to get that continuous utility. Super awesome. I think the floor on that is actually over $500 now. People really recognizing that, like, oh, hey, it's probably worth it to get one. Not financial advice. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashie. Bye-bye, Dashie. Meow, 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 meow. Veve, meow, meow.